Hey guys, it's Marley. Welcome to Wheel of Mirrors. What will the Wheel of Mirrors reveal to you today? Alright, sorry guys, I'm a little booted. Tonight. But I had a great night with my friend Hannah that I haven't seen since her wedding in January. So it was really nice to catch up. And yeah, and then I did some dancing, singing. I lost my dog tragically this week. So I've been like, our whole household has been like depressed about it. It was pretty, traumatic. More so for my parents because they were the ones that found her. But yeah, so anyways, let's just get into this reading. If you have lost an animal recently or have lost an animal before, like, my heart is with you because it is very, very difficult, especially when you lose them tragically. And it just still doesn't feel real. Like, she crosses my mind like so much. I'm like, oh, I have to let her out. Oh, I have to do this. So, like, she's gonna show up because she always shows up when I eat. Or there's a storm. Oh, I gotta go comfort her. But those things aren't. I'm just being brought to talk about like the drastic changes that could be happening in our lives right now. I mean, it's been eclipse season, so actually the other eclipse is this week. Alright, this is just gonna be a general, no Muse. No, there is going to be a Muse. Okay. Tide dive. Now, I made this Muse in 5/22/26. So January, February, March, April, May. So May 12th. I said 22 originally, so that might be significant. A significant date as well. Oh, there's a spider on here. Hi, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I didn't know you were staying on there. There you go. God bless you. I know I could have paused, but you know, hopefully there's not more spiders living on here. Cause that was not a poisonous one, but it's one that I've handled them before, but only when I feel like in the right energy, or whether the spider's in the right energy as well, to take the chance to handle it, even though it could bite me. Because these ones are like, a friend told me a while back that these type of spiders are like faux widows, so they make themselves look like widows, like black widows, brown widows, etc. But their bite can feel like a bee sting or like a wasp sting, and I don't want that. So yeah, but thank you to the spider, the faux widow, coming in, also as a messenger. You know, spiders are messengers, but also like there's something about the faux, like maybe having a certain protective measure over yourself, or that has been placed on you by divine, that protects you. 555 on the timer, which is protects you during these changes, these drastic changes. And it's like a tide dive. When I made this, I heard the words, the phrase first, and I was like, what is that? And I'm gonna go look at the exact definition real quick. A tide dive means planning a scuba dive or free dive around the ocean's tidal cycles. Divers track tides to predict water movement, visibility, and safety. That goes with the kind of the protective mechanism placed as like a guide, as like, okay, this is the time when you, just like me having my intuition about when it's safe to handle these spiders, and when I might want to take a chance not to handle them with my physical hands, to handle them with something in between that will protect. So these tide dives are separated, and so they know what times it's safe to go out. And then I did not do this, but the rain ended up somehow it ended up getting water on it, and I just thought that was like, it went perfectly with it. So something about tide dive, and let's just get right into this. And ironically, my vape goes perfectly with it, so let's take a hit. Cheers. All right, so let's go in with this. All right, tide dive. Purpose. I discover the meaning and purpose of life in the process of overcoming difficulties with dignity, courage, and faith. I am on purpose. Wow. Peace. Willingness to change is my path to inner peace. I'm now ready to unconditionally forgive. So you've probably been, not probably, for some of you, you may have been being called to forgive yourself, to forgive those around you, to forgive God, to forgive whatever it is. And remember, forgiveness is for your soul. It's for you. It's not for that other person. It is definitely not to condone or justify what those people did or what you did. But it's like, are you ready to follow those tide dives, those timings, those things told to you by God and Spirit? Some of it is very direct in how it comes to you as well. What needs to be done? What are those safety measures that are really going to keep you safe and in your purpose? Not the safety measures that have been put up by our egos, by our trauma, by our fear. And it's told us, do this and don't do that, and because this will happen, it'll be detrimental and you'll die, or whatever it's saying to you. 11:11, that's not your purpose. Yes, be safe, but when fear touches something, it corrupts it. It changes its intention. It changes its purpose. The owl was going, hoo, 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 hoo. 11:44. 1:44 may be significant as well. Alright. Healing. Every single cell in my body and each and every relationship in my life is designed to heal, regenerate, and be whole. No, they're saying hope. Hope. There are infinite possibilities within every challenge. My seeds of potential are watered when I say yes to me. I am growing more powerful with every storm I endure. Yeah, we don't have to say yes to the fear. But the fear often convinces us. Because it swears that it wants our best interest and it doesn't want us to be harmed. I don't know what that was gonna. That's basically it. Alright, so let's go into some tarot. We're gonna go in with the Spiral Tarot. Yeah, I don't know how long this one is gonna be. I'm fairly tired, so I got some chores to do tomorrow, so got to choose. This like I was like, that's very interesting. I don't like normally, like when I blow on the cards, like I don't whistle, so it was interesting in the whistle, and like I felt like this voice of fear. I normally say is my OCD, and it goes, you can't whistle at night. But it yelled that at me in my head because I thought of, oh, whistling at night, that lore of you're not supposed to whistle at night. And I just the thought of it, just the remembrance of a memory that I had of that knowledge triggered the OCD voice to latch onto it and exploit it and, throw it in my face, or try to, and try to derail me into, oh no, I shouldn't have said that, into a place of fear. And to remember that I am protected. Yes, be safe. Yes, be smart. I don't know what I was going to add on to that. Yes, be safe and smart. Sometimes standing up to the voice, no, a lot of times standing up to the voice of fear. Is part of it. So, let's go. I just thought of whistle while you work. Okay, I'll take them. Now, they want me to talk about these first before this one. This one went face down here. Also, I'm not going to be reading reversals for a while. However long I want to, I don't know. I don't care about it right now. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. So, I want to talk about 2 of Pentacles first. I feel like it's like a choice. It's a choice about the owl again. Coming in with wisdom, ancient wisdom, a messenger, can be something we don't see. So like, so there's this offer, something of substance, and there's 2. Like, you have to choose between 2. And I feel like because it came in with the Ace of Cups, I gotta cover her boob. It's something that you're emotionally attached to. It's something that you emotionally are ready to begin with. And also she's looking at this one as if she feels content when she looks at it. Like she knows that her heart's there. Like both may be good offers. I'm hearing sound offers. But that doesn't mean that where was I going? There's a lot of things that keep coming up, and you know, sometimes I know it's me. A lot of times I assume that's me. But then after a certain amount of times, I'm like, that might be something going on here with the energy. So it's like confirmation verb. What was I even talking about? That. Not knowing where you're going with something. Now, the world. You've come full circle. You've come full circle. And you think of the aces there at the beginnings. And I just realized that the world is 21. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2, 1, 21, 1, Ace of Cups. So 21, 1, 21. 21, 1, 21. That could be significant for you. The Sun and Judgment. Rise up and claim your happiness, claim your joy. Sing. Princess of Swords. You might not feel like, because this is a child, you might not feel like versed enough in something. You might not feel like a good representation of something. So you feel like, if I talk about this, then let's say, like, I'll use myself for example. I consider myself a Christian mystic, Christian witch. I'm not taking on that term fully yet, because I feel like I need to get more grounded in my practices again. And you know, God says, you know, the labels aren't the important thing. That we can easily be swayed with our egos to that. It's not about how I show up publicly in that way, but let's just say you're feeling called to speak out. You're feeling called to speak on certain things about your faith, your relationship with God, spirit, you know, magic, whatever it be, you know, tarot. You might not feel like you might not feel well enough established, but it's like, it's not about, it is about the work that you do here on earth, 100%, but it's also about the spiritual work. You know, the work you do in your dreams, the work you do in the astral, you know, like, what authority God has given you. And so you may see yourself as this youthful energy, and you are, but what I'm being also brought back to is a reminder that, you know, if you don't come to God like a child, it's near impossible for you to get into the kingdom. And this isn't about religion. It's about what it will be at the end. And none of us know. None of us really know. You know, we have those guides, you know? So perhaps you're a little bit worried about sharing that. Like, I'm also gonna have to protect myself. Like, maybe you say something and you expect everybody to have a negative reaction to you. And I'm also being taken back to the inner child kind of energy of, like, you had to do that. And makes me think of, like, the other, from earlier in the reading of the protective mechanisms that you had to build to protect yourself during that time, but those protective mechanisms no longer serve you here and now. And that's why you're being called as well. And you have a choice. And one is really connected to your heart. Yeah. Possibly it's maybe where you want to go. Where you see yourself. You may be thinking of one place in particular, but there's also a world in front of him. So, you know, God might be saying to you, like, broaden what you're willing to accept. Because you may be asking to go here, and you may really want to go here to a certain location, and you keep asking for that, and a better location, a better situation, somewhere completely different, can't be given to you because you're not open to it. Yes, God can do all things, but He also, asks us not to lean on our own understanding and what we want and what we think is the best, because we can't see everything. 25:52, Amir. Eight of Wands. Yeah, God's blowing something your way. Winds of Change. Is that a song? Oh yeah. Winds of Change by Vance Joy. Let me. There's also from Scorpions too. And I will know winds of change to blow. And I hope you decide to come back home. 'Cause this heavy heart, I was young. And I've been alone far too long. When are you coming home, my love? My love. So like, I miss you more than you could know. I watch the grass on the back lawn grow, and I will not allow the winds of change to blow. And I hope you decide to come back home. 'Cause this heavy heart's all I was yours. 'Cause I've been alone far too long. When are you coming home, my love? My love. Winds of Change by Vance Joy. Oh my goodness. I might have to start to listen to him again. That's one. It's an incredible album. Dream Your Life Away by the album Dream Your Life Away by Vance Joy. Wow. Hope you decide to come back home. The blues and greens and oranges and purples are standing out like a motherfucker right now. That song definitely has something significant about it. I'm hoping you decide to come back home. It can be in regards to a romantic thing, but I'm feeling more like your connection to God, your connection to Source. It's like God's got this, so it's like Divine's offering this to you, but she's got her eyes closed. She's kind of bored with what she has, and she's like nodding off, like no, she ain't even got her eyes closed. She's refusing to look this way. It's like God sending you the message too, like, I miss you more than you could know. And I will not let the winds of change come. And I hope you decide to come back home. We're all being called home. Strength. God can calm that beast within us. And we can calm the beast within him. What I mean is, the times in the Bible, and I'm not well versed like the Princess of Swords feels here, but in the Bible, to where I have the exact quotes memorized and the exact like chapter and book and stuff like that. I'm not there, even though I've been a Christian all my life. It's those times in the Bible where they asked, like, I forgot exactly who it was. Was it Moses? You know, like they did, like the people like turned against God, and God was gonna kill him. God was gonna kill them all. And multiple times Moses asked for him not to. He said, okay, if there's even like this many people, like, please don't do it. Forgot what actually happened, but that wasn't the only incident where he asked God to soften his heart and to not obliterate these fucking people. And, you know, so in that way, I feel like, you know, God's telling us, you soften my heart too. That's the relationship. Here I am staring at fucking Timothy on fucking Roku at a damn restaurant with a black cat. I don't know. Anyways. I mean, these are the songs. Not all of the songs, but because I have a few different like baggies. So closing out, what do you want to say, Lord? Psalm 97. Light is sown for the righteous, and joy for the upright in heart. Rejoice in the Lord, O you righteous, and give thanks to his holy name. This is 11 through 12. That's what this was giving me. Like, where is it? The judgment in the sun. Like, sing, dance. Claim happiness, claim joy. Rejoice in the Lord. Psalm 104, 16 through 18, read from book. And I do not have the book out here, so I'm just going to Bible Gateway that bitch. I'm feeling called to read the Psalm verse of the day that just popped up. Ooh. Looking a little shiny there. Psalm 94, 18 through 19. This is in the Names of God Bible. That's my favorite version right now. When I said my feet are slipping, your mercy, O Yahweh, continued to hold me up. When I worried about many things, your assuring words soothed my soul. Thank you, Lord. That's what I was talking about too. All right, Psalm 104, 16 through 18. Psalm. There goes that owl again. Okay. Yahweh's trees, the cedars in Lebanon, which he planted, drink their fill. Birds build their nests in them. Storks make their homes in fir trees. The high mountains are for wild goats. The rocks are a refuge for badgers. I feel like this is calling us to also stand up for the animals, the wildlife, his creatures that are being killed off. You know, the wild horses, the owls, the buffalo. Here in Florida, the manatees, the gopher tortoises. I'm wondering if that's the cat that keeps showing up at our door. But yeah, it's time to stand up. Like the Psalm 102. You will arise and have pity on Zion. It is the time to favor her. The appointed time has come. For your servants hold her stones dear and have pity on her dust. And I don't believe this is, you know, how Israel became God's people, not the place. I feel this similarly to Zion. You know, I'm completely against Zionists. Like, fuck you guys. Especially Christian Zionists. Like, what the Christian nationalism, a fucking joke. Like, fuck your American Jesus. The fuck? That's not my Jesus. But it's like his people. Psalm 102. 11. My days are like an evening shadow. I wither away like grass. That's a reminder we don't have all the time in the fucking world. And the faster they kill off wildlife, the faster our earth is dying. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge. No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. Thank you, Lord, I received that. Psalm 91, 9 through 10. Thank you, Lord. Alright, so that's it. God bless y'all. Peace out. This ended up being a lot longer than